Just because you're getting 7 figures to sign somewhere and go play quarterback does not mean you're ready to win major college football games. I think Notre Dame learned that the hard way.
Hello, everyone, and welcome into the TexAgs Rewind presented by Specs in the Rollo Insurance Studio. We've got Luke Evangelist at the Angry Elephant News and Social Center, and Jonathan Lusk of Bird Dog here hanging out with us. Hello, Jonathan.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. Tell the folks what Bird Dog is, because I'm excited about it, because my future might be involved in some way, shape, or form with Bird Dog.
Yeah, Bird Dog is Airbnb for hunting. So we started this company a couple of years ago. It's really hard to find places to hunt, and so you either have to own a ranch or be invited most of the times. And if your buddies don't invite you, it's a real challenge. So we started a website, birddogit.com, where we partner with the ranches. We take photos of the ranch. We talk to the biologists and find out what game they've got available. And then we put it on the website so you can book a ranch whenever you want to. White-tailed deer, exotics, upland, waterfowl. We're 60 ranches, Texas, Louisiana, Mexico, Argentina, Africa, South Carolina, and growing quite a bit. So it's been a lot of fun. And then we partner with some musicians to play for corporate groups, and it's just an easy way for you and your friends, families, colleagues, business associates to go hunting on your own time.
I got some great ideas. So I'm going to go with them on a hunt. I think eventually we invite Bad Bunny to a hunt. I just think this is a perfect match. We do that. What's the rapper we should invite? Kendrick Lamar. I mean, I'm just giving you ideas because I know you know everybody.
Oh, yeah.
So favorite part of the show today was?
Man, I really liked you guys' assessment of like the offensive line, because I know there's some critiques about those guys early on, and they really stepped it up. So I mean, that assessment, and just even the defense, talking about giving up just a few big runs, but Elko's got these guys dialed in. I'm really excited about that defense this year.
Luke, favorite part?
Well, first I would invite Boss Man D-Lo, if you know who that is.
Boss Man D-Lo, of course.
You have no idea who that is. My favorite part was probably you, David. You were tremendous.
Really? Is that because we rehearsed this a moment ago and I said, hey, Luke, make sure you say, David, you were great?
No, I was going to say that before you.
What in particular was great?
You can continue with the rewind.
Drake's my neighbor. He lives like...
Aubrey? Homeboy Aubrey?
The rapper.
Yeah, that's his real name. Aubrey. That's his real name.
I actually don't know any of his songs. He bought the ranch right beside our house.
Is Kiki there?
I don't know who that is.
Now he's just throwing out random names from songs. Kiki.
You love me? You know that song, right?
I listen to country music, man.
I got to go hang out at your ranch, though, Drake. Even though Kendrick body bagged him. All right. Jackie Sherrill was on the show. We love Coach. We had Tom Hart on the program, and we had Billy Liucci. That and more is the Rewind. 3 things we want to see revisited, all right? Okay. So these are what I had. I don't know if you remember yours. I wanted to see a cool, calm, and collect Connor Wigman, where he would set his feet. I think we saw that.
Most of the time.
For the most part, right? I think there was a couple reads he missed early on, but then he found himself in a groove. I think he completed his last 7 passes. So I wanted to see that. I'm okay with the way Connor played. I wanted to see some big plays over the top. I did not get that. I don't remember big plays over the top. Do you?
Over the top? No, not really.
No. The biggest play was the Terry Bussey play.
Yeah.
Right? End around. And we'd seen them trying to kind of work that in, and it finally worked in. I wanted to see a D-line that feasted on the 6 killer. Mm-hmm. They didn't really do that, but they didn't have to do that.
I thought the D-line played pretty well. Did they get the sacks? No, but both interceptions, which is something that I wanted to see.
Yep.
Both interceptions were byproducts of pressure,
100%.
And that's better than a sack.
Yep.
So, I thought the defensive line was fine. I thought they got to a point where they were guessing what the play might be, and it led to at least one long run. But that's an easy fix. Say, hey, stop guessing.
Right.
But I'm trying to remember the things I wanted to see. I think I wanted to see, strong running game.
Which I think you definitely saw.
We definitely saw good offensive line. But I wanted to see interceptions. And
something with Connor.
Was it something with Connor?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was something.
Or something with Bussey.
Maybe both. Well, one was a bank on it. So let's talk about both of them. You probably got enough of what you needed to see from Connor in that kind of matchup.
Yeah, I mean, I thought there was one play that stands out in my mind where, and it was a positive play, so you can't, I'm not criticizing, I'm just kind of analyzing here. It looked to me like he had a open receiver, maybe even 2, that could have been a 25 to 30 yard gain.
Yep.
In the middle of the field. And he didn't pick him up, and the next thing you know, he's scrambling. And he scrambles for 18 yards. So I don't have a problem with that. I like an A&M quarterback that will run if he needs to. It's just in that particular play, he didn't need to, but he still made a really good play.
Jackie, when you look at a team that gets better throughout a season, how does that happen other than, hey, we're going to go to work and we're going to start implementing our system and it takes time? Like when you watch A&M, what gives you confidence potentially that they're going to continue to ascend?
Well, the most important thing, and you have to understand, Coach Elko had this team for spring practice and fall practice. You really were not going against other people, 100% or speed. So you're looking at what your players can actually do. It doesn't matter what the coaches or what they want to run, but you have to use the player's ability. So you have to make sure that you eliminate, and that's what certainly you did from the first to the second game, but you eliminate things that you're not doing well and improve the things that you are doing well. So, studying your tapes, studying players, but the most important thing, we as coaches don't win games. Our job is to prepare the players, put them in the right position, and make sure we practice the things that they're going to see on Saturday. And then we get ourselves out of the way and let them perform. Now, if our players don't perform, then that comes back to what did we do as coaches to make sure they were prepared? What did we do as coaches to make sure we used their talent in a way that fit them instead of trying to fit an offense or a defense to what we think they can do.
I think Coach Elko and Jay Bateman are probably like, all right, you want to put a freshman quarterback against what I can do schematically and what this defensive talent, which, by the way, has not gotten to the quarterback yet, but I think those days are coming. Lagway would probably run a little bit more. And obviously he's got a cannon of an arm. So, and the secondary has been pretty good for A&M so far.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, all that we're talking about is the conundrum that Billy Napier and his staff are sitting on right now, right? Do we go with the guy? What does it take to get a win at home against Texas A&M? Can we just be consistent? Can we be solid offensively? Will that get us there? Or do we need to be explosive? And how do we find those explosives? I don't know. It's only Monday, and I reached out to some people this morning, and they said, no, it's going to be Mertz because of the confidence in the playbook. Obviously, we're a long way to go before we get to game day. But if Florida falls behind, I wouldn't be surprised. I think there's a lot of stress on Billy Napier to try and find, not only try to find some offense against A&M, but also show some promise to this Florida fan base to try and kick the can down the road a little bit and keep him around, because he's the reason Lagway made it to Gainesville, right? And so that promise, I think, in this day and age of college football, with the roster churn that we see, especially from key positions. By the way, how many highly touted quarterbacks or teams that went into the portal for quarterbacks didn't play well on Saturday? I mean, it's an epidemic. Just because you're getting seven figures to sign somewhere and go play quarterback does not mean you're ready to win major college football games. I think Notre Dame learned that the hard way.
I feel like Le'Veon, and Amari too, by the way. Amari looked really good.
Yep.
As expected.
They put their head down for sure.
But that was my point. Like there's this anger that they were both running with.
Well, and there's the blocking. There is and I know it was McNeese, but you could even see it against Notre Dame. There's a different level of physicality, blocking at the point of attack than we've seen in the last couple of years, and with those runners and the way they finish runs. And I really like A&M up the middle with Besantis, Coley, and Armaj Reed-Adams. I really like that. And then I like the fact that Crownover's getting more and more experience at right tackle. Now he's 2 games in. Like, if he can kind of come into his own over there, then this line has a chance to be really good.
Yeah. Here's another one that came in from the game stats. We played almost the entire first three strings on defense. Not sure how many on the offensive line. There was just changes on the offensive line. I saw multiple changes. Yeah, I have no complaints with the O-line so far. Like they're trending in the right direction from what I wanted to see early on into where I think they're going.
Yeah, I'm not saying. Look, if for us to say more than that, they'd have had to just pave some giant holes against Notre Dame and produced more than they did, which was, I think, respectable. But if they would have really, run roughshod over Notre Dame, I'd be talking a lot different today. But no, I think this line they're off to a very solid, encouraging start.
Encouraging is the right way to phrase it. And I'm going to tie that up with the stat that Luke had. On the season, A&M is 8 for 9 in the red zone, 88.9%, which is among the top 5 in the SEC. Last year, their red zone scoring percentage was 78.6. So, look, they're getting there. They're getting their points when they do get there. All right, we're going to close it out. What do you think? You think he'll get it?
Yeah, probably. He's a quick learner.
Can you tell the people what to do?
No.
I knew it. As the moment I said it, I knew. What do people normally do when have you ever watched a YouTube video?
Yes.
They always ask people to do something.
So am I supposed to ask somebody to do something?
No, just tell them what they're supposed to do.
Here's what you're supposed to do.
No, but what do you think they're supposed to do?
I don't know.
Did I help them?
Like the video.
Like, comment, subscribe. Nobody gets it on their first try. That's why I love doing
I've got
it.
a social media team, so
They do it for you. Like, comment, subscribe, and check out birddogit.com. We'll see you next time.